doesn't love chai tea? I mean, I'm a huge fan of chai tea, and I'm going to show you today how to make a quick chai tea spice mix at home so you can have your own chai tea in no time. So a chai tea is actually really simple to make, and if you have ever had like a real chai tea made with proper fresh spices, it's totally different to the spice blends that you can buy or those powders that you can buy in the supermarket. It consists of a bit of cinnamon, we've got some cardamom, some ginger. I also used the ground ginger already, ground nutmeg, some cloves, some black peppercorns, and some star anise. Not everyone uses star anise, but I think it's really amazing. It adds some extra depth to the flavour. And all we need to do is we actually just chuck in all of our spices, whole spices and ground spices. Essentially just pop them all in, and you're going to put it on for about a good minute. Now if you are going to make only half of this and you only want to have a small amount, I would actually just insert your simmering basket on top of your mixing bowl so that you can catch any of the spices from going around the blade too much and whizzing around the bowl, so that you can actually create sort of a barrier. You can also do double this amount. You just need to double the time that you're actually milling and have a little bit of a break in between. So we're going to go for 1 minute now on speed 10, and then I'm going to see how that mixture looks, because sometimes the cinnamon isn't easy to break apart and sometimes the star anise isn't easy to break apart. So we'll just see how we go, and I'll show you on the other side what that looks like. It's been about a minute now, and actually it looks perfect to me. I've just had a little whiz of it. It's like the entire room is filled with chai spices. It's amazing. And this is what it now looks like. So it's perfectly milled for my liking. If you have doubled the mixture and you want to just make it as a batch, or actually give it out as gifts for friends, makes a really cute gift actually, and you can write a little recipe on the side. You could double the actual mixture, but I probably would go for an extra minute. So just check after a minute and then go again. You will hear when your actual Thermomix sounds a lot more hollow. It will sound a bit more mute, and you will hear no more large chunks of spices going through the bowl. That's when it should be done, and that's when you then basically fit it into a bowl and you add your extra ingredients. So I've got some black tea here, I've got some Darjeeling tea. I tend to use loose leaf in my mix, and you just need to add about 75 grams to this. I add it in. You could also at this stage already add in your sweetener. I tend to stay away from that because many people like it in different ways. So if you do add some sweetener, you would add in some coconut sugar, which goes really well with the chai spices, probably about 40 to 50 grams for this entire mixture. And you could also, at the time of milling those spices, add in an entire vanilla pod, so it adds in just a bit more flavour. I actually use fresh vanilla bean paste instead when I'm making my chai tea, which I'm going to show you next. So with our chai mixture, we're going to make a lovely chai latte now. And all you really need for this is some water. So you're going to start with the first stage of just heating it up with water. I'm going to add some to my mixing bowl. This is going to make a portion for quite a few people, so if you want to dial this down a lot, you can do that at home, no problem at all. All you need to do is just reducing the cooking time in the end, because your milk obviously won't need to cook for nearly 10 minutes if you only need a half portion or even less than that. Then we're going to add in 2 good tablespoons of this mixture. You want a good chai latte. You don't want the spices to not be present, do you? And then I'm going to add in some of my lovely vanilla bean paste. You could of course add in something else. You don't have to add in vanilla bean paste. You can use vanilla extract. Like I told you before, which was even cooler if you can, get a vanilla pod and just mix it into and blend it into your chai mixture. But I've got this, so I'm going to use nice vanilla bean paste, and I want the nice vanilla aroma. And then I'm also going to add in some coconut sugar. This is totally up to your liking, up to you, what you feel like when it comes to sweetness. I like coconut sugar because I think it adds a really nice sweetness and it rounds it off really well. It's almost a bit of a caramelly sweetness. And I only use about 40 odd grams in this entire mixture to test it, and then you could always add a little bit more later on. But if you don't like it too sweet, you can even go for less than that. Let's just have a little play with that. Now with just the water and all of those mixes in, we're just going to warm it up for a couple minutes before we're then adding in our milk, and then we're going to really cook it well to then make that really lovely latte flavour. The entire house already smells absolutely incredible. It's only been 2 minutes and I'm really up for it already. But all I need to do now is add in my milk. I opted for whole milk. You could of course go for almond milk or soy milk or oat milk, rice milk for example. It's totally up to you really. I prefer my normal dairy milk, but if you're dairy free, that's absolutely no problem at all. You just add that in, a whole litre of it. Oh, this looks so good. I can already see that it's looking good. And then we're just going to turn it on and not cook it now or boil it at this stage, but we're just going to stay at around 90 degrees to create a really nice creamy flavour. And then I'm going to strain it and froth it up and show you the finished result. It is chai time. Chai time. Okay, so it's been about 7 minutes, and what I'm going to do now is, obviously I still have all of the tea bits in the chai tea, so essentially I've just prepared myself a little jug with a fine mesh sieve, and I'm going to sift this mixture. And once that's sifted, what you're going to do is you're just going to rinse your bowl of any additional bits that you don't want in your chai tea. It could be very, very normal that you might have a little bit of residue milk, which you can clean later on. And in another video, I'm going to show you how to clean your mixing bowl after you've had some milk burned to the bottom or some sugar burned to the bottom or anything else. It's very simple actually. All you do now is pop it back in position. Make sure this is strained nicely. You could use this twice, by the way, so you don't have to use it just once. The second time it will just be more like a tea than a chai latte, but it'd be really nice actually to still have that, to not waste any of this lovely black tea. And I'm going to pour it back in, making sure I don't make a huge mess. Nice and slow. Oh, this is looking so good. And then I'm going to froth it up. So I'm going to go and froth it up on speed 9 so that my milk gets a really nice flavour, and then we're going to have a really lovely chai time. I think we've got ourselves some epic chai latte now. So let's take it out. It's looking epic. This is proper frothy chai latte as you would want it, and I'm going to pour it right in here now. Time to try some chai latte, which I've made in such a short period of time. It's totally worth making your own. You don't have to buy it from the supermarket because they're full of sugar, and now you at least know what's in it. So, yummy, yummy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's got a good kick to it. Oh, and it's so creamy and smooth. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's a proper, real, nice chai latte that you can make at home in no time, and you can store the rest of your stuff in an actual, the rest of your mix, your stuff, in an actual jar, and then you can keep reusing that for up to 3 months whenever you feel like a nice chai latte at home with your friends or just by yourself, if you just have a quiet moment. And make sure for more amazing videos that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell button so you always get alerted when you see the latest videos. And I can't wait to see you next time.